Hey everybody. So here's what feels real for me today. I have what feels like a confession to make, which is that ever since I started this video series and this YouTube channel, I have fallen out of my own personal practice of mindfulness meditation. The irony there, right? I have just, with the combination of having smaller moments that are available that feel, conducive to carving out space for this, which of course I teach is not, does not have to be a barrier, and that we can work with whatever's in our environment and have that just be part of our practice. Or just finding other things to really engage me. I've had a lot of other things, exciting things going on in my life, and I definitely have been up on a roller coaster and going pretty quickly. Again, not an excuse. So I have been beating myself up a little bit about that and feeling so much like an imposter that, I can carve out space and hold space for others to have a practice and practice being in practice. And outside of that, I haven't really been very consistent about doing that for myself in my own time. So one of the attitudes of mindfulness is beginner's mind, and it's the whole concept of starting again. And that's something that I want to do a whole video on. I will do a whole video on. That's part of my Attitudes of Mindfulness series. But for today, what I feel like I really need is a practice of self-compassion. Being a little bit kinder to myself, because honestly, I know that it is human to have intentions and not follow through, and have that not be something that then I cause pain about, beating myself up about it and criticizing myself over and over again. So these are all things I know, and I'm here to practice. So what I would like to share with you today is a great tool for self-compassion. It can even just be a quick self-compassion reset if you have just a few moments and know that you are stuck in a moment and can't get out, as U2 says. So this is something that internationally acclaimed mindfulness teacher and author Tara Brach has brought to us in her offering of what she calls radical compassion. And it's something it's based on an acronym, which says R.A.I.N, and each of the letters stands for a step of this self-compassion reset. So I'm going to walk us through that and offer that to you as an additional tool to put in your toolbox for those moments that we do catch ourselves not being kind and making things harder on ourselves. And so I'm feeling better already, just talking about it. All right, first thing I'm going to do, pause there, is turn off the fire behind me because I'm sweating. Okay, always take care of your needs. So let's begin to drop into the body. Close the eyes if that's comfortable, or take a soft gaze. And begin to just make contact with the earth below, wherever your body may be making contact, either in a seat, on a chair, with your feet on the floor below. And feel the energy just drop, and the awareness dip into this felt sensation of being in the body. We can access self-compassion when we can get a little bit further away from our head and a little bit further down into this felt experience of being in the body. So taking a few deep and extended breaths on your own. Connecting the breath and the body. And then bringing the attention just to this present moment. Knowing that you're breathing in when you're breathing in, and really knowing that you're breathing out as you're breathing out. And now taking a moment to identify, if you can, maybe something that you could offer yourself a little forgiveness for. Perhaps it's a conditioned behavior or an old habit that is pesky, that keeps rearing its head, and that you are hoping to move a little further away from at some point. Perhaps it's something that you said or did and have thoughts about how you may have wanted to do that differently and may actually want to go request a redo. But first need to, accept that happened. Give yourself a little space and forgiveness, freedom from that. And so shifting now into the first step of R.A.I.N. The R stands for recognize. And so with recognize, we're really just beginning to open ourselves up to the thoughts, the feelings, the reality of what is, of what happened, what's happening, what's most alive for us, what's circling, spinning in the mind, in the body, in the spirit. That may be just slowing down to tune in to what's been playing in the background incessantly. It may actually be recognizing it with some words and naming it. For me, that may look like, I can't believe that I haven't been consistent in my mindfulness meditation practice during this time of really putting myself out there to hold space for other people to do that. Isn't that ironic? Doesn't that make me feel a certain way? Isn't that something that I've been allowing to make me feel badly about myself, negative, judgmental. Just really shining the light. And then the A in R.A.I.N stands for allowing. Just allowing that recognition to really ripple and resonate in the body. Allowing it to just be there as it is, not needing to fix it, justify it, not getting caught up in any stories about it. But just really making space for it, just to be there in its truth, in its alreadiness. It already is. So bringing the attention to where there may be some tension in the body, and recognizing and allowing this, and just gently with the breath, inviting a softening to these areas, to the whole body. And then the I in R.A.I.N stands for investigate. And this is a time where we allow ourselves just to maybe take one step closer to this message that we may have in the head, this action that we may regret, feel badly about. Whatever it is, just really getting curious with care about this. Where am I feeling this in the body? What is the felt sense of this experience in my body? Dropping into that, finding that place. And then beneath that, what am I believing about myself? And is that true? Is that really true? Just really cracking things open to allow space for other ways to look at things and a new way to hold ourselves with care, compassion, understanding, touching into just the whole element and quality of being human in this world, and the imperfection, the beautiful imperfection of that, and the ability to always come back and learn something, begin again. And so that leads us into our final step of R.A.I.N, which is the N, stands for nurture. Just beginning to really be kind to oneself. Treat yourself as you would treat another loved one. What is something that you would say to someone else if they told you this story? Could be very simple, like, hey, you're okay. No one's perfect. You've got this. Maybe putting a hand on the heart, or others even feel a lot of tenderness by putting a hand on the cheek. Just honestly, really feeling what it feels like to hold yourself with compassion, kindness. Connecting with the breath in this offering of self-kindness. Paying attention to what it feels like to treat oneself with kindness. Hold oneself. And knowing that this is always available. And then after the rain, just taking this time to really make a connection to the sensation of self-compassion, what it feels like in the body, to make space for being human, and taking the time to come back and be with ourselves with integrity, with love. Taking a moment now to thank yourself, express some gratitude for setting aside time in your busy days to try something new, to practice a new tool for the toolbox. With a final inhalation and a long extended exhalation, coming back when you're ready. I have been thinking about doing this video for a while because I've been recognizing, at least the first step of R.A.I.N, for a long time, that this is something that I needed to do. So yeah, I'm grateful. And I'm now going to turn off this video and stay right here and have my own mindfulness meditation practice. So thanks for inspiring that. Okay, be kind to yourself. Bye.